Hey, what's up, my peeps? Welcome to Tuck Notes Beginner Stock Talk. I just watched a video from my source. It's a new video. It's very exciting to hear about. And so what I'm going to go over in this video is we're going to talk about this biomedical stock. It's a penny stock. You're going to hear a detailed analysis. I have it from I recorded it so you can hear it, and then you can go online, yourself and just check it out. I'll have the link hopefully on the my webpage below attached to it, and you'll hear an insight from the CEO, and then you'll hear about two stocks from ARK Invest that they've been consistently buying up as the stock's been going down, and that'll be Bfly Networks and Nndm. And so without further ado, this stock is called Biomedical, and it's a new dimension in addiction treatment. The ticker symbol for the US is OTC, and then the ticker symbol is ENTBF, and then for Canada, it's CSE, dot ENBI. That's the ticker symbol, ENBI. And so I'm going to let you listen to this video record of this interview between this lady who's the analyst, or asking great questions to the CEO. And I hope you can hear it.
How is Timothy, co-CEO at Nndm Biomedical? Timothy, great to meet you. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Why don't you start off with giving us an introduction to the company?
Absolutely. So I'm Timothy Co. I'm the CEO of Nndm Biomedical. Just in general, we're a psychedelic drug discovery company pursuing clinical validation of a DMT-based solution for people that suffer from substance use disorder. Utilizing the regulatory frameworks that exist, conducting the very important clinical work to prove out both safety and efficacy.
So to my knowledge, there aren't a lot of companies that are experimenting with DMT. What did you find attractive about this particular compound?
Yeah, absolutely. Really great question. I think, there are a number of things that differentiate DMT from psilocybin. Principal among them is, the sort of unique features of DMT being that it's massively powerful, but also short acting. So for some, that might pose a problem, but really, we see that as being a huge benefit in terms of controllability as well as safety. Psilocybin is massively powerful, but also, proving out to be very safe and effective. DMT encapsulates a lot of the same basket of effects that psilocybin does, but whereas psilocybin has a duration of effect that could range from 6 to 8 hours, DMT, has a active sort of experience window of about 15 minutes. So the approach that we're taking is to administer it intravenously, so that the experiences can be shortened from anywhere from between 60 to 120 minutes. And during that time, if the person has a really challenging, therapeutically non-useful experience, we can titrate the experience, turn down the intensity, or stop it altogether, which we think for physicians as well as patients adds that necessary and crucial element of safety and controllability that other psychedelics lack.
Yeah, that's definitely really important. So what kind of progress have you made as far as preclinical studies? I know that you recently formed a supply agreement to actually get you the DMT to actually start doing this. So what's the latest here?
No, absolutely. So we've signed our contract research organization agreement. We have an agreement in place so that we will be conducting human trials likely in sort of late 2021. We've also got, as you mentioned, our GMP drug supply. The beauty about DMT is that there has already been some good investigational work in terms of human use, and looking at it from the perspective of dose ranges that are far beyond what we're seeking to administer. So there is a strong case to be made for not needing preclinical. That said, we're in the process of determining that with dialogue with regulators. And if that is the case, we've appropriately budgeted for that. And that should be a pretty seamless integration into our already existing timeline. That being said, there is a strong case we've made for not needing preclinical at this stage. But yeah, those determinations once made, we already have partners lined up that are willing and able to carry out this work without modifying our timeframe at all.
Looking forward to following the story here. And as far as eyeballs on the stock itself, I know that you were recently included in the Horizon North American Psychedelic ETF. So are you expecting this will attract more investors?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think in general, inclusion into some of these ETFs will, of course, allow for additional awareness and market participation. And yeah, we're honored to be among a select group of industry leaders, and so super happy about that. And yeah, really excited by the prospect of having those additional eyeballs on.
I'm sure you'll be talking about this and perhaps a bit more at KCSA Strategic Communications Psychedelic Focused Investor Conference. That's next week. What do you hope the takeaway is for investors who are watching, potential investors?
Yeah, really great question. We have made a lot of, we think, pivotal corporate development announcements recently. Yeah, we see them as being super crucial, not only to the evolution of our own corporate narrative, but also to the psychedelic industry. Our focus from the get-go has been on patients, reclaiming patients' lives. And so, of course, we've conducted, or we're, planning to conduct the very crucial clinical work that's to take place. But the patient journey starts long before then and continues on long after the psychedelic-assisted therapy. And so, some of the acquisitions and partnerships that we've made really are pointed towards that sort of extended time window of engagement. So I hope to communicate that narrative where not only are we looking at the drug approval, but the development of the tools before the psychedelic experience and then after the psychedelic experience, so that physicians and patients can add additional layers of safety. And I think, given that the market is expanding across all number of molecules and all sorts of treatment types, we do think we're developing a suite of tools that has applicability not only to our own corporate development, but our own corporate story, but has potential use across sectors. So I hope to communicate that.
As you can see over here,
So there you go. That's the interview. And so as you can see, the stock price, well, you can't see, but I'd be able to give up my source if I did that. But you can go look on your website and see that this current stock price at the time of the film was 0.54. And so that's, I thought that was a really mind-blowing, great questions, great questions for a limited span of time to be given amount, and a great amount of information given out at a limited amount of time. So, if successful, we could see this strike. If this is successful on patients, then we could see the stock price. Its high was $2. From this last release, so like it could go up. My source didn't even say what figure because he doesn't know. So this is either way. It's gonna go up or down, or I don't know which way I go. But the next stock we're gonna talk about is ticker symbol BFLY. It's on the New York Stock Exchange, Butterfly Networks, and I've been talking about this stock for a long time, and then I stopped talking about it because there wasn't much action going on. And now it's been going down. It was at a high of $29.13, and it dropped, it's all the way down to $16.64, and it has a good support line at about $15.19. ARK Invest has been continually buying as the stock has been dropping, and I watched that personally. I can tell you that from my notes that I print out of Kathy Wood's daily stocks she buys and sells, because that's how I navigate my direction and where to go in the future. Because it's like free. It's like having a free counselor. I don't know. I think it's cool. Other people don't. But whatever. But this is another thing I want you to hear, and I didn't know about this, But more importantly, the stock, you want to look into its use for the possibility of buying it and using it on the planet Mars. That's where they're going with this Butterfly Networks. Butterfly Networks, it's a ultrasound device, and it's very easy to use. We talked about this a long time. Talked about it a while ago and told people that we're buying into the stock market. A while ago, and I hope this video is still working, but it has a good support line of $15. Elon Musk and SpaceX are planning on sending more than a million people to Mars by 2015, and so this will definitely this will be definitely one of their products that will be used and they will need, of course. So this device is an ultrasound device, easy to use. They have created a simulated environment to see if this device can be used and if it can work in real time Mars right now. And planning on going to Mars, what is going to be the equipment capability they're going to be like in space. And Bill Gates is a huge investor in this, and so check it out. And lastly, Nndm is $7.93. It had a potential previous catalyst, but between changing presidents, but it didn't. What happened didn't work out. So this is a good time to buy right now, between $7 and $8, or if it drops below, it's even a better buy. So keep your eye out on that. Thanks for watching in on Tech Notes on YouTube. Check me out on Instagram at TechMLO. Thanks. Bye.